Nice. 7-0-0, not a bad score. 4th round, though. No AWP for Guardian yet. And actually, this is something that sometimes really frustrates me about NaVi. I mean, yesterday when they were playing Overpass, they ended up playing like 11 or 13 rounds or something without Guardian picking up an AWP.
Oh, he tried to body block it.
Yeah, it's a smooth move.
That was Guardian right there. He tried to body block the smoke to see if he can drop it below the window.
Now, I don't know if we can give, like, you know, definitive credit for this, but the first time I saw anyone do this was actually Markelov doing it.
Was it Markelov or Kenny?
No, it's the first time I saw anyone doing it. Kenny did it definitely after Markelov, but I don't know if Markelov like the person to invent it, but it's the first time I've seen anyone do it was Markelov doing it. And it was really early. It was like the... Yeah, really early version of Mirage.
Yeah,
C's just waiting up here, though. M4 in hand. He's going to take the first kill, drops the bomb as well, and gets a double. That's very nicely handled here from the Russian player. And now it's going to be down into the middle, and Neo is going to be found by Edward. By Ali, well, he's going to get the bomb plant. And even with a, well, 8-0-0, making it to 9. 1-on-3, getting another kill in. It's a triple now. Starix is now in a 1-on-1. And Bialy's determined just to try and not die at all this first half. Looking for the last one, but Starix is going to find an excellent headshot and takes it away from Bialy. So
his first death, and that is like Bialy can't clutch it this time. He couldn't pull a device, or Starix rather doesn't pull a device.
He's got, I mean, Bialy's got more kills than his entire team combined right now, which is pretty cool, and way more than the entire other team combined. He's just basically been killing everyone at this point.
That's a good sign for VP. That's a really good sign. And now Pasha has an AWP. They're going to decide to change up their game here. Not sure if there was enough money on the CT side to be able to equip Guardian. Doesn't look like it either. So they might just be relying on rifles here, NaVi still. Whereas VP, they've kind of upgraded their firepower. Curious to see where Pasha's going to take that. And it's going to be to control top mid, which makes sense. He could also look towards short because Edward is very predictable pushing out here. So he could look, and there you go. Pasha sees it coming, gets the shot, and now all of a sudden VP, they've got that man lead.
Pretty nicely handled, and Guardian going down in the middle first. Just a little bit of uncoordinated play, I would say, from NaVi, because suddenly there's lots of ways you can peek the middle. You can, amongst other things, you can just flash your way in. You can actually throw flashes over these walls, so no reason for them just to walk in like they did. Edward could have thrown a flashbang of his own. There's lots of things that could have been better to try and not just get scoped out like that. We'll see if Zeus and also Seized here can make a big difference. Well, Zeus has definitely found out what's going on here. Seized is going to pick up a good headshot on Bialy coming in. Zeus is still a key player. He has to stay alive. He's going to pick up another one, and now it's down to Snacks alone, and Seized just takes 3 people with him. That was really weird from VP. How did they end up?
They got bogged down in apartments. Like, C's just kept stopping them from actually getting out of there. And then Zeus, of course, was the guarantee lurking right below the windows. So, at the end of the day, NaVi start that man down. But the way that VP played it without any, what felt like no flashes going out trying to create an opportunity for them to get out of the apartments, it was just allowed for C's to camp on short. And now look at this. Guardian spots them coming out top mid. Pasha takes a stupid amount of damage. He's down to 11 HP already. But they do get control of mid this time, VP.
Flashbang raining in. Edward this time playing slightly more defensively. Can't really blame him. And at the same time, Seized has gone down. And actually, Bialy almost getting a backstab there on Edward. But Edward is just a little bit too fast now. Coming up from behind is going to be Taz with a really good kill. That opens up the bomb side a little bit more. And a great flick onto Zeus. That was lightning fast from Taz. He's definitely on point here. Going to give Virtus.pro a chance to pick up a 4th round right now. Neo running in with the bomb. And actually, probably NaVi shouldn't try and fight this.
Yeah, at this point, well, Guardian is determined to make an impact here, and Starks is here fast enough. The bomb has only just been planted, so they do have a bit of a crossfire going. It's only that Guardian is going to land a sick headshot and only to get naded, and Neo will collect the final 2 frags of this round. So VP, despite some sick rifle work from Guardian, they actually managed to turn it around there.
They blew his corpse all the way over to the ladder room. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, that was very nicely done there. Not only the entry from Bialy to get rid of Seized very early and put pressure on Edward, but putting pressure on Edward like that allowed for his mates to work up on short and just catch Edward out. So even if Bialy goes down at that point, it's not the end of the world. VP are just totally turning it around, though, now. They know that it's going to be an eco round, so they're just looking to bully. And this is what VP do. When their opponents are on pistol, they just don't care. You know, other teams are afraid of the anti-eco. VP, they thrive on it. They use this as an opportunity to just shatter their opponent's confidence.
Yeah. I mean, it sounds brutal, but that's pretty much how Virtus.pro play, right?
And they're like, hey, great, let's go to the bank.
It reminds me of that scene in Game of Thrones where Ramsay says his mother has told him never to throw rocks at cripples, and his father says, well, aim for the head. That's Virtus.pro right here. Just kick him when they're down. Don't leave anything Don't leave anything to chance.
Oh, you've been watching games, though. You were watching that this morning, weren't you? The quote.
Well, I mean, when you're trying to win a competition, it's a great philosophy. That's exactly what you want. You want to really make sure that as soon as you see any weakness at all, you just crush them. That's what you need here.
Ooh.
But actually, I mean, if NaVi came into this match, I don't think CS was being too serious when he said show match. I really think NaVi do want to win. But if there was any kind of, you know, oh, this is like, you know, third place to sign, let's see how it goes kind of thing. Actually, Virtus.pro having like a strong start could shake NaVi out of that, you know, feeling. And may really make them, you know, wake up a little bit here. Because Virtus.pro obviously playing seriously. They aren't. This is like no joking match for VP.
Yeah, even just like glancing up at them right now, you know, it's VP. They all look focused. Neo's talking. They all look very focused right now. But Snax is going to catch Guardian peeking at the mid window, and that's going to open things up here for VP. I mean, it's a very common jump stop spot, right? You know, so Snax actually hitting that shot is really solid work. But VP now have 2 entries going onto the site. Starks is here with his AWP trying to hold from CT. Gets the timing, but can't land the shot. Taz will overwhelm him, and VP they're looking like they're about to pull off another perfect round.
We kind of have to mention at this point the, you know, the craziness of it being Starix and not Guardian opening here on Mirage, because that's definitely not the norm. It's not that Starix can't open, but it's definitely very confusing. So
it was like a long time since he got that ace basically on Dust 2.
Yeah, Pasha's gonna find C's as well, who just doesn't connect at all. So 6 and 2, and NaVi, well, they are gonna be ecoing here. Virtus.pro, I mean, this is a pretty cool level that they're finding here, and especially by Ali. 13, 1 and 3.
That was actually a back-to-back ace from Starks way back in the day, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes, it was.
AWP on Dust 2. That was like that one moment where we really considered Starks to be this premier offer, and then it kind of went away.
Well, yeah, I wouldn't say premier. I just feel like we suddenly had a sense that, you know, that's a role he can fulfill if they need to. Probably still is, but I mean, how many off days do Guardian really have where you would need to put someone else on it?
Yeah, not
almost none, right?
It makes you wonder about double off strats. The Pasha with the touchdown nade onto C's at the back of that site. Edward going to spot out Taz, but he's not going to win the battle. And VP will gather an extra little bit of money there on the man who planted that bomb. So now we're looking at VP just running away with this game. They've got 7 rounds on the T side. Everything seems to be going right for them. And also, you know, these aren't exactly very long rounds either. It's not like VP are slowly measuring this out. They are just getting up in NaVi's face very quickly at the beginning of the round. And it's almost like watching old VP. They're just, okay, hey, we're going to take shots at you and we're going to win those shots. And then we're going to just roll over your team. And there isn't a whole lot you can do about it. Curious to see if Starks is going to get flashed in by his mate right now. Yes, he will. Bam, flash goes off. Oh, but he's just a second too late to pick anybody up.
Yeah, Virtus.pro actually holding it super defensively, and Bialy instead is going to get a return frag. Now, this time Guardian does have an AWP, and look at him. Not a single flick missed here. Su's actually going to steal that kill beforehand. Grenade goes down, and Bialy walks right into it. Guardian, triple kill. So, yeah, I think having him opening just makes a lot more sense.
Oh, definitely. I mean, it's just Guardian. Guardian is Guardian, and right now if he decides to wake up, now that he has that AWP in hand, if he decides to wake up, NaVi could run this back all the way to 8 rounds. So Guardian does big work for NaVi. The 2-point men, you know, that we talk about a lot is Seized and Guardian when it comes to this team, and Guardian by a long shot. He is like the Kenny S of Titan basically for NaVi. You know, Guardian is what makes NaVi tick a lot of the time. But now VP gathering up for an A play. It looks like they want to just try and walk up here, which is very clever by them. Neo looking to sneak out. He's going to be the point man here. He's going to get the information for his teammates who are going to follow up, and he still gets a frag.
Yeah, Neo should have definitely been dead then. Guardian trying to hold on to it a little bit. They are a little bit scared, and actually they're going to try and firebomb him out. So smart play here from Virtus.pro. But then Evidence who's come in with some excellent kills. Grenades over the top here from Neo, and he's going to be alone. Goes down at the very end there to Su. So really good defense actually from NaVi. I think Neo should have even died earlier than he did.
Yeah.
At which point he would have looked even more one-sided.
But you saw that staggering of VP basically, where it's like Neo is a few steps ahead of his mates. He's the man who walks out basically and tries to get the information for the setup. And if he dies, fine. If he can take somebody with him, even better. And then Neo actually like one-ups that and takes 2 guys. Still, VP can't actually crack through. But there's a great opening. Pasha takes out Guardian, and now VP have that entry. Edward is waiting on short. They're not watching for him. The smoke comes in. The flash as well. And Edward somehow, blind, sprays down 2 players from VP. That is not supposed to happen.
No, it definitely isn't. But still they lose Seized over here, which means Zeus has to come up pretty big. They're right inside the bomb site, and Snax comes up with a really good kill. I'm just going to leave Starix here. And I think Neo's, yeah, even sneaking up behind him. So this is a This is a tough position.
Those are those plays where you just like, you feel like a god, basically. It's like, I don't need eyesight to kill.
Yeah.
And I'm like a ninja, man. I just feel it out in the dark, Sixth Sense style.
Holding down Mounts 1 and then spraying furiously.
You know, it's basically like the beard. It senses variations in air pressure ahead of him. So Edward doesn't actually need to see. He just senses it through that beard. He knows where you are, Anders.
That's some high level stuff. I'd be scared. I mean, I hope he never removes that though. Like loses some of his power like that.
Oh, the day Edward is just not allowed. That is like a national treasure, that beard. This is actually going south here for VP. They've lost Pasha, and Zeus is going to... Nice play there by Zeus. Picks out Bialy from pit. So this is going to slow down here. VP once again trying to sneak their way out onto this A site. But NaVi, they're wise to it. They've got 4 guys here. Snacks will take out Starks, but Starks, he spots him out. And now it looks like VP are making perhaps an interesting call. It seems like they're banking on NaVi, thinking this is going to be a B play until they see the bomb, of course, and Neo just basically gifts it to them. Yeah,
Taz, can he do a little bit more? Not this time. So actually... I think this is a little bit like I was talking about. Virtus.pro get off to a really good start, and now they're sort of sensing, wait a minute, the other side's actually playing this pretty seriously. Maybe we should too. And now they've strung some rounds together here. Well, actually 2 rounds, and then there's a bit of a switch back and forth. 8 rounds is still pretty good for VP on the first half here. Even if they don't win anything else, and this finishes 7-8, it's still going to be just fine for the Polish team.
And once again, VP, this time they're changing it. You know, they spent a lot of time over on A. They're going to go back over to B this time. And it should be Seized waiting there for them. Nice Molotov to try and split VP up. Seized, however, he's going to have to hug this wall. This is a very awkward place for him to be. He has to land the shot instantly. He'll take Taz, which is good. Guardian is now rotated over, and he's got that AWP. If they try and jump out, there you go. They try and jump out, and Guardian picks him up midair.
Such an insane flick, isn't it? But then they do the smart thing and actually try and smoke him off. Those Susos on the other side of the smoke is going to be pushing in already. Bialy picking up another triple kill. We'll see if he can do a little bit more. He's looking for the quad here as Zeus has taken some damage. Bialy will pick up that headshot, and now it's just an ace. 1 bullet on Guardian, and he's going to be able to do it, but Snacks will steal it away from him. And I mean, still, he's at 20 kills. That was 15 really rounds into the game. This is ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous.
That was really smart of Bialy as well. He was going to try and jump back into kitchen to make life more difficult. You know, he could have been greedy and gone for the ace and really like tried to peek Guardian, but I think he was like, no, okay, we'll play it safe and play for the win at this point. Just play for the bomb. So VP, you know, they could get frag hungry and just try and run around, but they really are taking their time with it. VP, however, experiencing what happens when Zeus gets pissed off. He's going to shoot you in the face with a CZ.
2 kills, in fact. Edward can't connect with the scout here, and even though it's a 3-on-3, it should be VP coming out on top, which means 10-5 is just way too much. Obviously, now we've just brought whatever they can here in the 15th round. Not really any choice about that. Guardian is actually going to take a good kill. He has the right angle, but the spray, I think the recoil pushed that just a little bit above Neo. That's incredibly unfortunate. That was the perfect angle, basically.
The way that works now, Seized is going to get spotted as well, so Snacks, a free kill there for him, and now it is down to Guardian. 3 HP left. They know where he is as well. He's waiting here in CT. No nades or anything, so they're going to have to get it done with rifles, but VP are playing this so well. It's not until he tries to cross over to that site. Snacks peeks up at just the right time, and VP walk away with 10 rounds on their T side of Mirage, and this is looking fantastic because this is NaVi's pick. This was NaVi's map, Anders. So VP, if they were to win Mirage and then they go to their map, Nuke, and start CT on Nuke, we could be looking at 2-0 for VP.
Yeah, I mean, my prediction was for a 2-1 victory because I honestly do consider NaVi still a pretty good team on this map. But I am wondering if they came into this first half just a little bit less awake than they should have been. Let's put it like that.
A little bit less awake, yeah. Really that focus. Now, where do NaVi decide to take this? Because this, you know, goes without saying, this pistol round is invaluable to them right now. They desperately need it.
I was going to say, the fact that they have no smokes makes you think it's not going to be an A push, because just pushing A without smoke seems like a crazy idea, but maybe they are just going to Glock train it all the way up the middle. Zeus spots a couple, or someone in connector at least. Smoke is up, they don't care, they're just going to run right through. Edward will pick up a kill, and they're actually running all the way into the window room, so they've left the bomb in the middle, which is a big problem, actually. It means they have to stop the train for a while and try and see if they can get back in. Bialy taking a fight here with Starix, and again, the Glock just has a little bit more bullets. It's done into a 2-on-2.
Oh, Neo lurking just around that corner as well in connector. They've got a crossfire potential here. They know that Starks is still boxed in because Neo hears him stepping. Now, where exactly do VP try and change this? They looks like they want to try and stop him from wrapping into B. That's actually why Neo goes back, looks into CT to see that Starks can't sneak through there. Now I think they've got an idea of it. If Edward is going to be able to get onto this site, though, and get this plant is a different story. Neo is right here and hopping.
The timing here is everything. He does have a kit, Neo, and he's actually running all the way down. So they are going to be able to get the bomb plant here. Edward putting it down just as we speak. Snax and Neo, they do realize where it's at.
Snax, I mean, they've got it good after plant here as well, but this plant should tell them, and you can see them already trying to check it. They know there's a man in pit now, but this is Starks just playing for bait. He's trying to bait them to walk past here so that Edward could take the fight, but Edward has been spotted out. Now they know, and VP working out this together, 1-for-1 trade, and then Snax will get the final kill. Snax has the kit as well, so he has the time for the defuse, living with only 2 HP. That's how close it is. Much closer pistol round than the first half.
Yeah, pretty intense round after all. I kind of like the idea from NaVi of taking a fight, and while they're fighting down here, the rest of them push up into the window and just get in here. I think the fact that they dropped the bomb down here and had to sort of go back and pick it up, put a little bit of an end to it. Maybe the ultimate plan was to actually just end up rushing in through both window and connector, and then you sort of keep going. But we'll never find out, I suppose.
No, we will. It's always going to be a mystery, Anders.
Yeah.
For years to come.
Unless we ask them, of course, in which case. But that's like taking the easy way out.
No,
Theory crafting is much more fun.
Absolutely. Oh, it's going to be a pistol. I mean, look at this. NaVi, though. They just... Doesn't matter. They get the plant, they're going to go for the guns.
They already have a choice at this point. 11 rounds. I mean, 11-5 is such a ridiculous score at this point for VP. So I think NaVi really do need to just... Yeah, go big or go home, basically.
Seized with the CZ. I mean, they're getting dropped fairly low here, VP. This is a bit of a scary situation for them. Just because Neo and Bialy, one bullet from anything pretty much will take them out. Hell, Bialy, probably a flash nade. VP, I mean, VP are still looking, they're still not quite sure exactly where NaVi are coming from because NaVi have been keeping it so quiet. Neo pushing up into apartments is going to give them a lot of information. Pasha here, he has to kill Edward, and he's not going to get that done. Edward is going to be able to significantly weaken the defense on this A site.
Oh, Taz, can he catch anyone here in connector? It could be kind of cool if he could. Bialy looking for somebody. Taz is going to go down, so now they really just have 2 people left with almost no health, but the time now for Edward, and he's going to get shot in the back by Bialy. So the 2 weakest members of Virtus.pro here in terms of health are going to be the 2 people surviving. 23 kills on Bialy, again, just starting in the 18th round. This is just an absolutely incredible score for him personally. This is really cool.
Yeah, it's great to see it as well because it felt like for a while there, you know, with VP, Bialy, Snax, you know, Katowice time, you know, those guys were doing incredible work for the team. And it seemed like they kind of got into a bit of a slump. And now to see that Bialy, you know, he's in this match at least just doing huge work. It's a pleasure to see. And also Neo, the fact that Neo has 12 HP with the Pro 90 and he still gets a kill on the man not holding sight for NaVi, that was very cool as well. So now, I mean, VP, at this point, they have full control of this map. They're going to be able to decide the pace. They're going to be able to basically deny NaVi. And if they win the 19th round bye that NaVi are going to come up with after this eco, VP are just going to run away with this first map and take it to Nuke dancing.
13-5. You know, I can't read the future because if I could, I'd be much richer. But I really don't see. I don't really see NaVi making this comeback. I feel like it's just not that time.
Yeah, I'm wondering if they're thinking about the second map already. And they know that it's not going to get any easier on that second map because they're going to start on T side of Nuke. So T side of Nuke is not very fun, especially when you really depend on picking up the pistol round. And they haven't actually picked up a pistol round versus VP yet, so this is going to be rough. NaVi, though, they're looking for a mid control again. Zeus kind of lurking in underpass. 2 guys at top mid. Pretty good spread here, in fact, from NaVi. Just spreading them across the map, hoping to catch VP off guard. Because VP, as we said, you know, they do like to push a little bit with their T side.
Oh, seized with the opening kill. That's not too bad. The bomb still jumped back on the ramp, but that's not a big issue. They can easily go and pick it up here. Virtus.pro, can they finish this almost flawlessly, or are they going to lose a couple of rounds here? Pasha will get the kill on Edward, and he wants to get away, but Snax is blocking him, so that's unfortunate.
Oh,
but
the murder hole. It's dangerous. It's so dangerous that they're here right now. Zeus walks in. Taz can't win that fight. Drops him dangerously low. There's 3 guys so very low on HP for NaVi, but they're finding the kills. They're catching VP looking the wrong way time and time again. And now it's just down to Snax 1v4, and he has to come up from CT fairly quickly here. Try and stop Seized from getting into a safe position, but he's not going to manage it. He's actually taking the fight with Starks, and he kills the guy with the most HP on NaVi.
Yeah, if only he had a couple of grenades, it would be fun. He's going to try and flash his way in. He's going to find this for a second kill here, but it's not going to be quite enough for him. So a very close round by all means. That could have gone pretty much either way, but that 1-on-4 was still pretty tough for him. Even if they're low, it's just about the amount of angles you have to cover at that point, really.
The Triangle of Doom.
Yeah, the Square of Doom.
The Square of Doom. Yeah, the Starix up there. No, maybe it's a Pyramid of Doom, seeing as how he's standing higher than the others.
That's pretty deep, man.
Really lopsided. Pyramid.
I see where you're getting at. I got that almost immediately, actually. Sadly.
Oh! Are you kidding? We don't see that very often. It's not the first, but it's definitely not every day you see somebody get sprayed down from full to 0 through there. Snacks has got to be patting himself on the back.
Yeah, thank you, Snacks. I mean, sometimes you just have to take a moment to treasure some of these things, because you're right, that doesn't happen too often. That was very cool. Smoke goes up, he spots them, and he's going to flash out as well. They're going to jump in anyway, and actually they will kill him for his earlier trick there, and it's going to be, Zeus and Starwings coming up with some really good kills. Neo finally getting a return, but the bomb is going to go down, and it's going to be a pretty tough retake here for VP to get into it, especially with the smokes going up.
Yeah, especially since Bialy is getting stopped at the murder hole right now, so he's got to try and sneak his way out through here, but there's going to be 2 guys waiting for him in kitchen from NaVi. Like the positioning here, and VP, yeah, rather than try and get in there, they wasted. It's not that they wasted, but basically it took them a lot of time to get towards that B site by the time that bomb was planted. So those are seconds that ticked off of the bomb, and then not being able to pick up a kill on Starks, for example, means that now NaVi have information on where they're going to be coming from. They're going to get into good after plants, and VP are just going to have way too little time to try and break that triangle. So smart play. Hold on to the guns, make sure it happens, and yeah, Edward bent over.
Exactly where he lost his life. Pretty cool stuff. 13-7, and at this rate, it's still miles away from NaVi. 6-round difference, sure. Where VP, they should be able to do this. Although they do kind of force it up here, which I'm kind of annoyed at, because I feel like they need equipment more than anything else right now, and they have the time to go for another eco and buy like AWP auto sniper essentially. Mm-hmm. So I'd much rather see them do that than go for these scouts here. I think this is a bit silly actually, but the jumping scout here is great. It works really well. Hit 2 people already.
Woo! Oh, they managed to sneak past. They found the angle. It's crazy. He just sits there and jumps and jumps and jumps. And if you try and walk in there, I mean, we've seen C's go for that kind of play as well on his CT side. You know, you get that scout, you can just hold that position off, and potentially get 1 kill, or at least do a lot of damage to a bunch of people. So now Snacks is choosing it's his time to push forward. Edward is waiting for him, though, in underpass. This is really nice here by Edward, making sure that they can't get snuck up on.
All right, Starix will take a kill on Taz over at that A-bomb site. Pasha still waiting in here with the scout in hand, and actually Snacks will eventually win that fight against Edward, so that's interesting. But they've lost the A-bomb site, and there isn't a lot they can do to retake it. So they should definitely try and save these, even though it's not a lot to save. It's still definitely better than absolutely nothing.
Yeah, Guardian spots it with the hop as well. Pasha should be backing out of here. He's got the scout, but Guardian is already behind him. Oh, he turns away just at the time, and Guardian will pick him up. Pure flank there. Snacks working his way back through the A-pit. He isn't going to find anybody here. And he doesn't have a kit. There's no time for him to be able to get to that bomb in any case. So Zeus is there to mind it. Zeus, you're not going to stop that explosion. And there we have it.
I actually think this is one of the things that Virtus.pro can do to let NaVi back into the game, is to just, force up a little bit too much, basically. I mean, now they're going to end up ecoing for sure, and after this they'll have plenty of money to work with, basically. But yeah, that actually gives NaVi a bit of an edge.
And speaking of Snacks and Bialy, now they're kind of even on frags as well. Snacks starting to catch up with his young mate. So VP right now, NaVi are going to be potentially going for a bit of a Fnatic here. Speed up towards that B site once again, although they do kind of camp it, but you can see them now setting up for smokes, flashes. They're going to try and bank them off the inner walls. And here we go. In they go, and this is going to be a perfect setup here. NaVi could very well overwhelm Taz instantly, and they do just that. There's not enough here for VP to stop this bomb from going down.
They're just this, and Snacks is the one with the AK, and he's coming up from Catwalk, going to walk into Edward, but nothing really comes of it. Although Pasha did take down Zeus, coming up from behind, which is all right. Again, if they can save a rifle or 2 here, that'd be great at this point.
Really nice read by NaVi. It's a good decision to just be like, okay, well, we can go to the B site as long as we land all the shots and we just go together as a unit. A guy with a pistol there, it's not going to do too much. He's not going to be able to stop us. Doesn't even have a CZ. Maybe if he has a CZ, anything's possible, right? But
Yeah.
You know, P250s, it's just not going to cut it. And NaVi, they only lose Zeus, which is all right. As far as NaVi are concerned right now, if they lose one guy, so long as they get the round, that's what matters. Get that round and continue the run back here because they are doing it. I mean, pretty soon they're only going to be 4 rounds away from tying it up with VP. And if they crack VP on this next buy round, that's a huge deal. Pasha actually lives through that despite Edward being like 2 feet away from him.
Yeah, it was interesting. Snacks is actually almost caught up to Bialy here in the second half at 24 and 23 kills on the 2 VP members, which is pretty cool considering what the average is on everyone else on the server here. 13-9, now just a 4-round difference, and finally we do see the AWP on Pasha, and we also see a bit of an aggressive. Well, no, actually could have been. I was wondering if they were going to go a little bit more over here. That's actually what I really would like to see VP do at this point in time, because yeah, they seem to thrive over that CT side aggression.
Now I would like to see them get in their face, and C is just going to get dropped down half HP. So Taz maybe going to work a little bit here. Well, it's probably Neo with that AK. Let's see. Taz, it's the battle here. He's going to get naded down to half. This is so interesting as far as like this. It's just like they aren't even seeing each other, but it's the battle of who's going to be backing up first. And Taz is going to play it safe and decide to back over to that kitchen area. Try and set up that crossfire with his mate Snacks.
Good kill from Pasha to take down Edward, who was trying to see if he can take a peek in on Catwalk somewhere. Not going to happen. Neo in this corner, which should be the most predictable corner in all the game, but the fact is when you come around this corner from the terrorist point of view, you do generally end up being focused on the rest of the bomb site. So, I mean, there are lots of ways to deal with this, but sometimes you see teams just simply forget about it. Flashbang in, Neo doing some damage, and then the incendiary grenade to try and keep them away. And now there's only 30 seconds left here. The bomb, I'm not even sure where they're going with the bomb. I mean, they can't really fall back at this point in time. Zeus is going to take a good kill, Neo, and that's going to be the end of it. Good double kill from Neo and from Bialy.
Yeah, doing that damage from Neo as well. Like, he knows that he tagged him down. That incendiary, you know, if you're at full HP, you'll probably run through that incendiary and try and take Neo down. But if you've got 20 HP Starks, there's no way you're making through it alive, right? And that just wrecks NaVi when they've only got like 20 seconds, 25 seconds left to make the plant. Those seconds are so valuable to NaVi. That one incendiary probably changed the whole thing there. So it's just like that value nade that gets thrown.
And now finally we do see that auto sniper AWP that I wanted them to save for earlier, because I feel like this is such a good way of shutting almost everything down. Pasha is going to get the opening kill on Zeus, and I mean the Guardian does have an AWP, but not sure he's in a position where he could very easily use it. Edward actually taking a fight with Neo here in the middle and has to run from the grenade so as to not be exploded, essentially.
I love Neo. Like, this play, like, he's like, okay, I've got the most expensive rifle on the map. Yeah, I'll just run up to one of the most exposed positions on the map as well. I'll just go all the way up to top mid and, you know, take fights there. NaVi have got to be wondering, like, what is going on right now?
It's going to be an underhand flash, yeah. So Snacks actually, well, he flashes just as the smoke goes up from the terrorist side. Guardian is actually going to find that kill on Neo, so yeah, auto sniper kind of gone to waste, but Edward goes down. Virtus Pro, if they win this round, NaVi really won't have almost any money. There's some bank on Starks and Guardian, but everyone else is going to be in a pretty awkward position.
Back to square one. Sees, oh, the fadeaway shot. Snacks just as the smoke clears. Sees needed to land that kill there to have a chance here for NaVi, but now it's going to be Guardian and Starks working in tandem, trying to find a way through. They look like they want to try and push towards connector maybe if they can potentially catch Pasha off guard. Pasha does have that AWP. It's going to be the duel here. Guardian, he's got to deliver the entry, and he does through the wall.
How is he so fast? He doesn't get the next flick, though. He's going to try and grenade out here, pistol in hand, and he takes down Taz too. We're now looking at a triple kill here from the Slovakian sniper, and it's going to be him running into the bomb site. Not going to be quite enough. Snacks is waiting, and that actually ends the round. No chance for Starks to do anything here. So, yeah, map point here currently for Virtus.pro. 15-9, and without a bomb plant as well, NaVi are just not looking that cool. 2 people can buy, and the rest are going to be pistols.
Exactly right. This is it. Yep. And we see them just forcing up with whatever they can get there, despite Guardian's best efforts in that last round. And that's really when it comes down to just individual play.
They managed to drop an AK. That's good. So, that just means they have very limited grenades instead, which is also going to make any kind of take pretty tricky. Double up will be coming out here from the VP side, and Snacks wants to get into a good position, and Guardian is ready for it. All right, then.
So they had enough money for the AWP on Guardian. That's probably Steez to drop the board there. But Taz, you can't miss these shots, Taz. You have to land a better shot here. That is not going to be cutting it. 1-for-1 trade when you had the opportunity for 3. That's so close.
Well, Molotov in that corner, but they are going to make it out just in time. And in the meantime, the A bomb site's actually under attack, with the bomb coming in here on Zeus, who's going to be able to put it down. Bialy going to get shot in the back from Guardian, who's pretty much just everywhere on the map at this point. Just really, really mobile in spite of having that sniper rifle. And Zeus will finish it off. So a bit of an opening again here, given to NaVi by Virtus.pro. 10 to 15, and they don't have very much money on the VP side either.
I feel like NaVi at that point against VP, they're just like, how you like them apples? We can be all over the map too. You know, we can be everywhere, and you may not even know it, right? So NaVi just infiltrating VP everywhere that round, and that really worked out for them. Now, all of a sudden, VP are going to be the ones ecoing. Snacks has his AWP that he saved from the last. This is just going to be the Snack show pretty much. It has to be at least. NaVi not electing to go towards that B site either means that he's going to have to try and rotate over towards the A site, and it's going to take him some time.
Yeah, it definitely will. Not really sure how this is easily going to work out. Bailey's going to walk right in onto Zeus, but it's not going to be quite enough. Taz, I don't know. If they come into the window room, maybe he could pick up a kill or two, but at this rate, it's also going to be C's walking right in on Snacks, and that could have got him killed very quickly. Taz, is he going to find anybody? Edward was so close.
Taz needs to get the drop. Nope. Nope. That should be a freebie. And there you go. Taz picks it up. P2K. He could get this gun, except that, yeah, Zeus is waiting for him in CT to make sure that that gun cannot be recovered by VP. So a bit of a missed opportunity there for VP, but NaVi really never let it come to fruition. Now it's just VP kind of hanging around. Snacks is just going to see if he can't get a parting shot, but he's been boxed in to know exactly where he is, and there will be no saving that AWP for you. Snacks. No. Where's the money at, actually, for VP now?
It's not looking too cool. I mean, at this point, forcing it up would be just really, really scary. Going to be the similar kind of force up that they did earlier, which was the double scout thing they had going on. And again, I really don't think it's worth it. At this point, we're no longer playing for rounds, so I mean...
Yeah, at this point you're playing for the map, and you just kind of need to end it. And they did so well when they had like the scout auto sniper, for example, or not the scout, but like the AWP auto sniper. So you could see that reason why they would want to just hang back. Starks and Zeus have to double team Bialy. That's how good that guy is with a 5.7. Nearly takes them out. But this is Neo on a mission. He's got the Deagle as well. NaVi could try and run the bomb up here. They have no idea, although they are trying to check it. Starks, he's going to come in, and there you go. Nicely done there by Starks, doing his due diligence.
Yeah, very good stuff. And in the end, Snacks is also going to be found, so no issue at all here. NaVi having a pretty good streak going on here. 3 rounds in a row. They just need another 3, and then they are going to be able to force overtime, which would be pretty upsetting for Virtus.pro. AWP will be purchased, but he's going to throw it over to Snacks. So I think it's Taz that picked that one up. So yeah, Pasha not really feeling it. They put Snacks on it instead, which now we have kind of maybe got a little bit used to. We've seen Snacks actually opening quite a bit this tournament.
Yeah, and he's done it on a variety of maps as well. Cash is another one that he seems to do really well on that map with an AWP. Zeus, however, is about to walk into Bialy forward position here, and Bialy does not miss the opportunity. So entry frag VP in this crucial round for NaVi. Smokes and flashes are going to go out on this A side, and it looks like NaVi are going to hesitate because Edward has picked up Pasha in mid. So it looks like NaVi, they may be going for a bit of a fake here.
Really thinking about it. And now they run the bomb back again, so NaVi, yeah, they just want to see if this time spent is going to force someone to fall back. And I mean, Bialy is already out of the bomb sites. Neo's the only one sort of really on the site. They don't have any more smokes to put up, but they do have Molotov, so maybe they can still force Bialy to fall back a little bit.
Yeah, they are gathered here. Okay, they're just going to be waiting basically for Starks to rotate back through. And there you go. Neo peeks up into apartments. There's 2 guys there, though, Neo. And this may mess with Neo a little bit. He may think that the apartments are clear because usually you have just the one guy up there. The question is when Taz decides to kind of push into this. And he's going to drop down into mid and come in from connector. So this is a good angle change here from Taz.
Guardian's been spotted. He's all alone, and it's going to be Neo to finish it up. That's a quad kill from Neo. And he ends up at 22. 27 from Bialy, though, is still pretty impressive. He cooled down a little bit in the second half because I think he dropped about 20 of those kills in the first half. But still, that's really good. 16-12 victory here for Virtus.pro on the map that NaVi chose.
Yeah, exactly. That's the key point here and how it favors the picker.
Yeah.